performance. Gavin Francis will tell us about from then to now, sir. Tell us about your preparations.
It has been a rough 3 months of practice, but we have stuck to it. We are about 60 players strong this evening, and we celebrate 60 by Carl the Panman Richards, and we are rearing and ready to go.
All right, 60 players strong. Does this represent an improvement over last year's numbers?
Oh, yes. Last year we just barely made the minimum of 50, and that was inclusive of the rhythm players. So we had just over 40 pan players last year. So this year we actually have about 50 pan players. So, and this is largely due to our partnership with the Antigua Girls High School. We have Westside and High School have a little partnership, so they assist us with school panorama, with instruments and logistics, and now high school players are assisting the band for panorama. So that is how we were able to get our numbers up.
All right, well, that is excellent. But you said it's been a rough 3 months. What were some of your major hurdles?
Well, as a small band, the band itself is small, the core side of the band, so it really is a lot of work, preparation. It's the simplest things besides doing the music and teaching the players. Get racks ready, painting, cleaning, organizing uniforms, everything. All those little things that add up. So, but we have stuck through, and we are really proud of what we have done. This is our third panorama back since the 10-year break that we took from 2004, and the band has really grown from strength to strength. So we're really happy to be here, and we were hoping to do some damage tonight.
All right, now the tune "Celebrate 60" by the Pan Man. Talk about that one and what it offered to you as an arranger.
I really, really like the simple melody. It's a nice jump beat. It has a good hook. It wasn't anything overly complicated. Just a nice groove and bounce. So it's easy to work with the motives in the song and bring about that festive feeling of carnival and celebrating our 60th carnival. And again, with the young players, we wanted a song that was simple enough to put down the flat tune itself effectively. So when we got into the arrangement, there's a lot of scope to do more.
All right, now I know one of the challenges that all bands face, not just small bands, but all bands, would be one of finance. How did you manage with that this year?
Oh yes, that is always a problem, as you said. We were fortunate this year to get some assistance in the form of a low-interest loan from the Caribbean Development Bank. So we must thank Mr. Marshall and the team over there who really helped us to expedite that process. So yeah, that's how it is. We end up we have to take a loan to be able to meet our commitments just to participate. So that is why it's always so important for us to do as well as we can. I mean, even if we win, it's still just barely breaking even with our costs, So we are grateful for the financial support we get from corporate entities. We do not have a title sponsor, but we do get assistance. Harney Motors has helped us a lot over the years. Not a good idea to list when you don't have the listing.
Yeah, in front of you.
Premier Beverages, and here we also got some assistance from Hadid Motors. They helped us to cover some of the expenses of bringing our tuner down.
What would you want, though, to be your takeaway from tonight's performance? When you're finished, what would you want to leave with the audience, and what impression would you want the audience to have of your band?
We really want the audience to be uplifted by our performance. It's celebration. It's a celebration, so we want to bring across that happy, celebratory feeling and mood, encompassing, our carnival over the last 60 years. So you'll hear a little bit of the old-time jam and the bass line coming down to the end, and just a happy song. We want to leave the audience in good spirits and hopefully impress the judges as well. We're confident that we have the right combination of musicality and excitement.
All right.
So we're just hoping to execute our best and definitely be in that top three.
And I'm sure you're pleased.
Aiming for number one.
And I'm sure you're pleased with your position in terms of when you're going to play.
We're in a good spot. The big bands have gone, some of the big bands have gone, and we're following a couple of bands that are more our size. So we're in a good spot. So we're do our best tonight.
All right, Gavin Francis, congratulations to you, congratulations to the players, and of course the parents who would have supported you up to this night.
Right, thank you very much, Tom.
So there you have it. That's Gavin Francis, the arranger for the West Side Symphony Steel Orchestra, and detailing some of the problems, well, the challenges he faced with getting his band on stage, and with they're almost on stage. He's saying that just to get here, that the band had to take out a loan from the Antigua Barbuda Development Bank to subsidize their costs. So he's
that is worrisome, because for the development of Pan, and when I can look at what they would have spent on a pageant, a Miss Antigua Barbuda pageant, I find they'll sort you out so you can hear what they would have spent on a pageant. I do believe that more attention also should be paid to Pan.
right,
Because of because of what can derive from Pan, especially with the young people in Antigua and Barbuda. Music helps you academically. It helps you to be a rounded person. And it's something that you do all year long in Antigua and Barbuda, whereas a pageant will come once or twice a year. But the kind of monies that were spent on pageants, and you're hearing this young man who would have just graduated and come back to Antigua and Barbuda and taken on a role like this with students. Most of the ladies in there is out of the Antigua
Girls High School, yes.
and taking out a loan. That is some obligation that one would go through
Yes.
for putting a Pan on stage.
Put a band on stage. So most of these players are from the Antigua Girls High
So
School.
it's not
that way
like the
he
members
works.
are working. They're
Right, the members
students.
aren't working.
Yeah, they're students.
And he's a teacher.
Yeah, and he's taking out the loan.
And
That
in
is
the
some
name of the
commitment.
band, they took out the loan just to be on stage. And he's saying, even if they win the competition and get the prize money,
It's not going to take them out of the
out of the red
quagmire
Yeah, they're
that
in.
he would have found himself in.
Right.
Because those students' name is not on that loan, is
Not
it?
at all. Not at all.
It's his.
Right.
So, but I find this ironic, though, and not that I have anything against a pageant, but I'm saying the sort of money that is disbursed to put on a pageant,
Right.
and compare to what is spent, because trust me, the Antigua Commercial Bank would have put in a chunk of change
In a panorama.
in sponsoring this
A
panorama.
panorama is an expensive event.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, Sam. What I understood when I was part of at that it was called what was it called? No, it's called Festival Commission, CDC. Is that I never understood the fact that the Steel Band Association gets a chunk of money and they decided how they disperse the money. How does that work?
Well, the Steel Band Association negotiates as like it's
Like a union?
Right. It almost serves like an appearance fee, say.
Yeah.
There's a minimum amount that each band can get. Because if you are going to pay them less than that, it makes absolutely no sense for them to participate.
Yeah, but the last time I know I was involved, I think the Pan was paid $180 or $190 something thousand
Right.
during the competition. I think it's more now.
But let me see if I can track down Mr. Francis.
Yeah. West Side Symphony. They played Celebrate by Carl the Pan Man.
I don't know where Gavin Francis is going. First runner-up, Gavin Francis, talk to me.
Good evening.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so how are you feeling? What are your thoughts now on first runner-up?
It's a great feeling. Great feeling. The band has come so far over the last few years, and it's just really a great feeling. We feel like we've won.
Did you think that you could do with this number of players?
I knew it was going to be hard, but we had a good position. I mean, we had the music to be up there. I knew we could have made the top three, and I'm really glad we came this close.
How does it make you feel that a lot of people actually thought you won?
Well, my main aim is to please my players, audience. I mean, the judges their decision, which is final. But my main aim is pleasing the crowd. Once the crowd is happy, I'm happy. So I'm very, very happy and pleased to appreciate it.
You know, it might not have sunk in yet, but you are first runner-up with the West Symphony Steel Orchestra. It is the best finish this band has ever had. Again, how does that feel?
It feels great. Yeah.
Gavin Francis, I'll let you go to your place, but congratulations.
All right. Thanks.